Hello everybody, hope you're having a great day, and a great 4th of July if you're in the US. This is Anime Alternate here with Naruto was trained by Tobirama Part 7, so seeing as I don't have much to say, roll the intro. Time skip. A little over a year. The upcoming war had a major turnaround. The Hidden Cloud immediately backed off after seeing the Leaf regain so many alliances, leaving only the Hidden Stone on the opposing side. After about 8 months of stubbornly refusing to back down, the Hidden Stone had finally conceded and backed down from starting a war. While the Hidden Stone were aggressive, they knew when to cut their losses. About 2 months after the Hidden Stone backed down, a new threat emerged from the shadows of the relatively, by comparison to other ninja villages, boring village of Amigakure. The new threat was known as the Akatsuki, an amalgamation of over 80% of all S-rank missing nin, led by the infamous Pain. Now, 80% of all S-rank missing nin might seem like a lot, but in actuality there really weren't that many rogue nin labeled as S-rank. Sure, there were a lot of A-rank missing nin, which made sense as A-rank was usually assigned to someone around the rank of Jonin, but S-rank was on a whole nother level. The gap between the amount of S-rank and the skill between the amount of S-rank and A-rank ninja could be likened to that of a canyon. S-rank ninjas were usually in between a really talented Jonin and a Kage in level of skill, which was why everyone was scared. All of the Akatsuki were on Kage level in terms of strength, which meant high S-rank. Pain had announced his plan, which had something to do with true peace, by destroying one of the many trade centers that connected the shinobi villages. Pain announced his plan, which had something to do with true peace, by destroying one of the many trade centers that connected the non-shinobi side of the 5 great ninja lands. That alone started the war everyone was trying to avoid. Swarms of rogue ninja from all across the land, from D rank all the way up to A rank, streamed toward the Akatsuki's hideout in Amigakure, all of them eager to join Pain's cause, and in the process creating an army for Pain and the Akatsuki to use. The one small hidden village in the land of rain had started to grow larger and larger, encroaching on the land of the other 5 great shinobi villages. And as the land of rain grew, so did the ever-present storm covering the entirety of the land of rain. But there was little any of the villages could do individually, as the growing land of rain was swelling with just about every rogue ninja in the entire land. Any scout team sent in would instantly be swarmed like ants by the rogue ninja. So in response, the 5 Kage scheduled a 5 Kage meeting forthwith. The purpose? How to come out of this war victorious and with as little casualties as possible. The meeting was about 2 months ago, but something surprising had happened during those 2 months. The missing Jinchuriki, Han, and Roshi had turned up. Just before all 9 Jinchuriki, including the Three Tails Jinchuriki, who had been resealed a couple of months after Yagura's death with Kona's help, were shipped off to the Island Turtle for extensive training on the powers of their Jinchuriki, on the powers that came along with their tailed beasts. All of these events led up to the present. All 9 Jinchuriki were sitting in a circle, each of them meditating, trying to work out an agreement with the individual tailed beasts. Well, that were the ones who already didn't have an agreement with their tailed beasts. But all Naruto could see when he closed his eyes was darkness. Why? Naruto thought, face creasing to a frown. It was so easy before. You might want to calm down first, Naruto heard a voice said, and opening his eyes, he saw that it was Yugato, the two-tailed Jinchuriki. Out of all of them here, she had arguably the best relationship with her tailed beast, the Matatabi. Naruto looked confused. I'm perfectly calm, he said, but Yuko shook her head. No, you're not. Your chakra is fluctuating. It's not still and tranquil, Yugato replied. And try and find out what's wrong. It might help with calming you down. Naruto, breaking his usually unruffled facade, spoke up. And how am I supposed to do that when we're all being here treated like glass? Naruto sighed. I apologize for snapping at you. No, it's alright, Yugito responded. I felt the same way when I first heard we were being shipped here. But then I realized that we're not being treated like glass. In fact, us being on the island turtle will almost definitely draw the presence of the Akatsuki. More than likely, they'll come after us. Not Pain himself, but the other 9 members. Our Kages will take on the paths of Pain, leaving the Akatsuki's army of rogue ninjas without a leader. And thus easy to take down, with as little casualties as possible. While the 9 of us have to face 9 of the most dangerous and deadly criminals on the planet, our Kages will be facing the leader. Still think we're being treated like glass? Naruto thought for a moment. Actually, when you look at it like that, no, Naruto replied. I appreciate your help. Yugito smiled. Don't worry about it, but remember, none of us know this, at least not officially. Naruto nodded, settling back down and closing his eyes. Nothing but black again. Why am I doing this? Naruto thought. Then the answer came to him. It was for the leaf, to protect his home. And then suddenly, the black was replaced with colors, slowly forming into a giant sewer-like setting. There was a cage directly in front of him, with an equally giant mass of fur sitting behind it. QB, Naruto said, his voice shaky for a slight second before it steadied. The mass of fur inside the cage moved, revealing 9 long tails attached to a giant fox. The QB seemed pleasantly surprised to see Naruto. So you managed to focus your mind, Gaki. The QB paused. That's good. You see, when you're using my chakra, you're going to experience my hate. And to be able to weather that hate, you must first need to acknowledge and get rid of your own hate. I have no hate, came Naruto's swift response. I have no hate for the people who made my childhood miserable. I came to terms with that a long time ago. Oh, was QB's response, before a lookalike of Naruto appeared, except that it looked more sinister and angry. Naruto looked stoically at it for a second, before raising his hands toward it and saying, You do not exist. Now, be gone, before making a shooing motion with his hand. The image shattered into a million pieces, before Naruto turned back to the QB. Interesting, the QB said. But how will you handle my hate? Then, the liquid that covered the sewer floor turned black and started to converge on Naruto, covering him from head to toe, but strangely not obstructing his breathing. But instead of the cold feeling that Naruto was expecting, the liquid felt burning hot, and it came with a feeling of intense rage at everything and anything. Naruto gritted his teeth, and brought an image of a calm pond with perfectly still water to the front of his mind. The pain and the feeling of hate started to recede for a second before it spiked exponentially. Naruto breathed out sharply before he repeated the process 7 times. Each time, the pain and hate increased exponentially. The 9th time, Naruto couldn't manage to push through the pain and anger. Almost immediately, the water receded. Or liquid, Naruto thought. He didn't quite know that it was water. Not bad, Gaki, the QB growled. You're able to handle 8 tails of my power and hate. That's no joke. And it should be good for right now. But all 9 tails of my power, when used together, is truly something to behold. Unlike my siblings, I don't grant a bloodline to my Jinchuriki. Just before I was sealed, your 4th Hokage split me in 2. But bit by bit, I've been regaining my lost strength. The trait I grant my Jinchuriki is the ability to sense ill intent. But the best thing about it is that, if the ill intent is aimed at my Jinchuriki, any attack my Jinchuriki launches will hit its target no matter what's in between them. Or no matter the state of their target. Essentially, you could hit someone behind a Fuinjutsu berry with a simple punch, with no problem. But that's only available after you're able to handle my 9th tail. Naruto let a small smile onto his face. Just you wait. I'll be able to handle all 9 tails in no time. And then, I'll be able to handle all of your hate. Anyway guys, thanks for listening. I apologize for the slightly shorter video, but hope to see you guys in the next video. Later.